Hi everyone, so our group developing a website called Simplify. It basically simplify a long URL. So based on our experience, we encounter a lot of problems when there are just too long URL. It took a lot of time to copy and share with a colleague or a client. It might be worse when we miss to copy some of the phrases, so we come up with an idea to create a website called Simplify, where it can shorten the long URL. So the benefit of the website is to make the links more manageable. So it will convert the bulky and unreadable URL into a tailored simple URL. It will also allow sharing between colleague or between a user and a client. It will also make people familiar with the URL, and it will definitely have a higher click probability and will save time to type the link. So basically, a user can simply put the long URL, and just with a one click, the URL will be shortened. Some of the features of the website is a user will be able to log in, register the account, create custom URL, view summary of the URL, and redirect the URL. And the last one is to detect malicious URL.
Hi, now I'm going to explain about our architecture. So first, the user goes to the Google Cloud through the cloud load balancing, and then go through the app engine. This is where our Flask is stored, and our application state is saved through the memcache. This app engine is also auto scaling, so it can serve a lot of users at the same time. After we process the data, we go to the compute engine to store it in the database, the Cassandra cluster, and then we process this Cassandra, the data in the Cassandra using Spark. So we use Spark machine learning to check the malicious URL, and we also use Jupyter Notebook to visualize the result. So this is our architecture, and thank you.
Hi, now I'm going to demonstrate our application. So we've hosted in Google App Engine. So this is the URL. We can now register. And I'm just going to make this quick. The password is hashed using bcrypt, so it's safe. Now after we register, we are redirected to the login page. So now I'm going to log in using our credential. Then after the login, we are redirected to the dashboard. So now we can find test link. And let's say we want to go to UQ. We'll redirect it to UQ and then test. That we will be redirected. Go back, you can add another link. Let's go to google.com. We open short link. We will be redirected to the long URL. So this data is saved on Cassandra on the compute engine. So we use Cassandra cluster, and on the compute engine we also use Spark cluster to do machine learning to check if the long URL here is malicious or not. So we've already trained our Spark machine learning, so we can get prediction of if the long URL is malicious or not. And yeah, That's all from me. Thank you.
We create a classification using URL database to identify the URL is malicious or not. The database we use is from kaggle.com. It contains two fields, which are the URL and the label. The label is 1 for the malicious URL and 0 for non-malicious URL. First, we extract the feature for classification using Python. So the steps for feature extractions are splitting the URL with some characters like dot, slice, and hyphen. After we got some strings from the URL, we omit the strings that is not too discriminative, which are HTTP, HTTPS, and COM. Then we convert the strings from URL to vector using convectorizer function with a scalar library. The idea is to generate the matrix of the word count. Since we are using text processing here, the feature from all URL in database produce a very large matrix that contains a lot of zero elements, or we can call it as sparse matrix. Then we create a file that contains the label and the index of non-zero matrix using dump-svm-like file function in Python. After those steps for the feature extraction, then we move to classification step. This step is done in Scala, so the dataset will be imported to Scala using Spark Reader for the SVM file. And we use Spark Machine Learning to create the model for the classification using binomial logistic regression. After training the data and got the model, we can get the URL prediction, which is 1 or 0. Finally, this value will be sent to the database.